they come only to look at Monet, as far as I can see. It's like, if they have children, they go look at the mummies. But if there are no children, they head straight for the Monet. It's like Monet is a magnet, or it's the pole. So one of the things I love to do in the Met has a great Impressionist collection, but it also has a wonderful collection of paintings by the painters we don't even remember existed now. The painters who were famous in France in the 19th century, unlike the Impressionists that everyone in France ignored completely. Painters you've never heard of, like Meissonier, Cabanel, Bouguereau. These were the big names of French painting in the 19th century. And this was their favorite young painter, but he sadly died in the Franco-Prussian War at the age of 27. So that was the end of his career. His name is Henri Regnault. And, but I think you can see, even looking at this, what a spectacular brush. Just look at that skirt. Unbelievable. I think he was probably 25 when he did that. Yeah, really. He was, everybody said, wow, about Regnault. But anyway, the point for this tour instead is that this is the ultimate scary lady for the 19th century. So what this is the biblical princess Salome. We know the Salome story? So with Salome's mother, Herodias, married her brother-in-law, Herod. And so John the Baptist basically said, no, that's bad. And Herodias said, cut off his head. And, but Herod said, he's a wise man, I don't want to cut off his head. But Herod, of course, is sleaze. And what he really wants is to have his stepdaughter dance for him. So then he makes his mistake. And his mistake is that he says to her that if she'll dance for him, he'll give her anything she wants. What does she want for John the Baptist's head? Now, the 19th century was obsessed with Salome. She's everywhere. We have Oscar Wilde's play about her. We have Strauss and opera. I'm doing this in the wrong order. Really, Moreau's paintings are where it starts. But Moreau's paintings of Salome, which inspire Wilde, which inspire Strauss, they're all just obsessed. And I think it clearly has to do with the rising status of women. And women are just, they seem mysterious and frightening. And Salome catches that whole thing. And this Salome has it all. She's exotic. You see that silky skirt. But she's got this frizzy hair. It's not very French. She could be a gypsy, or Italian, or even Jewish. That would be scandalous. Doesn't translate to 21st century New York. But she has this swarthy skin. She's just generally very non-French looking. And of course she's making these sexy gestures. She has this kind of fiddle-dee-dee thing with her hand. And then this kicky thing near her slippers is very much what sexy ladies do in paintings. And of course, what is really frightening about her is, well, there are three things. First of all, her shoulder strap down over her shoulders, which just, the breasts are kind of popping up out of the shirt. That just indicates that she's bad. But she's not only bad in that way, she's also very dangerous. Because normal Salome, dangerous though she may be, has the guards kill John the Baptist. This Salome has the basin for his head and the dagger right on her own lap. And then I always feel that crowning it all is that smile. That is just not a nice girl's smile. She is simply not saying, one lump or two. It's like, come here, John. Yeah, it's a wonderful painting, it really is. I had a tour group. She hasn't been in my tours in a while, but she'll come. She's going to be back in the Scandalous Secrets as of spring, but summer, excuse me, now. But last year there was a lady on one of my tours who looked at her and said, "What's in the box?" It's a great question. The last two saints' heads, or let's be frank, testicles, right? I mean, it's clear who she is. She is the most dangerous woman possible. So yeah, I think she is clearly one of the best great paintings. And so I have to introduce you to the non-impressionist side of the French collection. This fun one, and one more wonderful non-impressionist painting.